Hi, I'm Pauline Newman, Head Judge for FMG International, and welcome to this Posing Standards video today. Now, this video follows on from a group call we had with some posing coaches recently, and these are the new standards of what we expect to see on stage at all of our shows moving forward from this point. So that is all the leading shows to Worlds, including Worlds and following on from Worlds. So whether you're an amateur competitor or a seasoned pro, there's some information in here for you surrounding our new guidelines and what we do expect to see on stage. And they're in place to ensure consistency throughout all our shows and all of our categories. Okay, so now we're going to run through without music, just so that you can hear what I'm saying, the T-walk on stage. So for amateur competitors, it is 2 poses plus a transition in between before moving to the next point on the T-walk for another 2 poses and transition, and again at the other side of stage. So the pros are going to give you an example of this, and then after that, we're going to give an example of pros who get 4 poses plus transitions in between. So we'll start off with Tani. You will be sent onto stage by the backstage person. Our MC, Robbie, will say, coming forward is competitor number 100. She's a posing coach. This is Tani Sheehan. He will announce your name as you get to the front of the stage. The next person is already on stage at the back of the stage. Coming forward is competitor number 101. She is from Brisbane, Queensland. This is Samantha Wicks. So you'll notice the name is said when you're at the front of the stage. You come forward as he calls you. Coming forward to the front of the stage is competitor number 103. This is Hattie Boydell. Now you'll notice Hattie had started walking forward, so Tani walked behind Hattie, not in front of her. Coming forward is competitor number 105. She is from Adelaide. This is Asha Couture. Now coming forward to the front of the stage is competitor number 107. Now Liam was still at the back, so Hattie did cross over in front of him. And coming forward to the front of the stage is number 110. This is Lucas Sion. And again, Liam has crossed over in front of Luke, who hadn't moved forward yet. So this is competitor number 115. This is Luke Richardson. And so your name is said when you're at the front of the stage, not the back. And you'll see how it's flowing. No one's holding up any point on the T-walk. So again, amateur poses, 2 poses and a transition before moving on. Now, if you're the last competitor on stage in your category, in this example, we have Luke being the last competitor, you'll notice that he still only does 2 poses at each spot on the T-walk. He doesn't spend longer there because no one's coming up behind him. It's the 2 poses before moving to the back of the stage. Now, when you're at the back of the stage, we ask that you do space yourself evenly along the stage. Our MC will often ask you to all move over a little bit, and we do ask that you keep your poses to the front of the stage. The judges are always looking at your number. So even if there's a call out at the front of the stage, we're still looking for numbers at the back of the stage. So make sure we can always see your number, which is on your left hip. Now, this is an example for pro athletes. Pro athletes do get 4 poses plus transitions between. Coming forward to the front of the stage is competitor number 100. This is Tani Sheehan. And again, the name will be said when she is at the front of the stage. As we said, pro athletes do get 4 poses plus a transition, and this should take you no longer than 20 seconds. For the amateur athletes, they should be looking at 10 to 15 seconds maximum amount of time to hold their poses. And coming forward is competitor 101. This is Samantha Wicks. So it's a little bit more time for the pro athletes, which is a benefit of being a pro athlete, but they're still keeping the timing, they're still keeping the flow of the show running. And coming forward to the front of the stage is competitor number 103. This is Hattie Boydell. So when you are up on stage, that 15 seconds does take quite a long time. So you've got plenty of time to get into a pose and hold your pose. And coming forward to the front of the stage is competitor number 104. This is Asha Coulthard. And the thing about posing, remember to do your strongest poses on the T-walk. This is just the preview for the judges. They're not marking their judges' sheets until you are in a comparison lineup. This is just to give them a preview. And coming forward to the front of the stage is competitor number 105. This is Luke Richardson. And just a reminder, this is for pro athletes who do get to do 4 poses at each point on the T-walk. The T-walk is still flowing. And coming forward to the front of the stage is competitor number 108. This is Liam Burnham. And again, only crossing to the side of the stage. If they haven't started moving forward, the person at the back, you will cross straight across the stage. If they have started moving forward, you'll go behind them. This is number 110. This is Lucas Saynoon. And again, with the pro athletes, like we did do with the amateurs, if you are the last person on stage and no one is coming up behind you, still only perform the correct amount of poses at each spot. It just keeps the whole show flowing. If you're getting to a position on the T-walk and someone is still where you're meant to go to, just slow your walk down a little bit. They should be looking out for you coming and then move on. And again, if the MC wants you to move on, he will say, "Thank you, Lucas," and that is Lucas's cue to then move to the next spot on the T-walk. Now we're going to give you an example of what we don't want to see on stage. So coming forward to the front of the stage is competitor number 100. Now this person's not moving forward. They should move forward as soon as their number is said. So they're coming forward. They are an amateur competitor. They get 2 poses and a transition in between. It should take no longer than about 12 seconds. You'll see they've already done far more than 2 poses and transitions. A lot of arm movement compared to actually doing actual poses. Coming forward to the front of the stage is our next competitor. Now this walk is far too slow. We get people want to maybe perhaps have a sultry walk, but we don't want a slow walk. We want you to come forward to the music. Again, we do only want to see 2 poses plus a transition on stage. And coming forward to the front of the stage is our next competitor. And you'll notice the walk to the side of the stage. It should still be an upright walk. You should be moving when you see the next person coming to stage. And staying forward where the light is, which is at the cross on the T-walk. Coming forward to stage is our next competitor. Can we get the next one? And again, we've got someone stopping on the stage rather than coming forward to that mark on the stage. Now, when we want you to cross the stage, if the person at the back of the stage has not started moving forward, you will see Asha here has gone all the way to the back of the stage and is now going behind the person poised at the back of the stage. That's taking far too long. She should have crossed in front of Liam because Liam had not started walking forward. So now Liam is coming forward. You'll see Tani went in front of him because he hadn't started moving forward as yet. Now you'll see on the right hand of the stage, we've got a cluster of people that aren't moving and doing too many poses. 2 poses, move on. If our MC says, "Thank you, Tani," that is Tani's cue to move. So as you'll see, we don't want any cluster. We want it flowing, that there is always someone moving on the T-walk and moving out of the other competitor's way. So once everyone have finished their T-walk on stage, you will be all asked to come forward to the front of the stage. Just move straight forward in a front line. There's no need to push into the centre position. If we want you to move, we will ask you to move. And we're going to run through a set of quarter turns the correct way. So ladies, facing front so that the judges can see your numbers. The number will be on the left hip, so make sure that you're angling towards the centre of the stage so that the judges can see your numbers on your left hip. So you'll see that every lady is doing something different with their arms, but they all are facing the front of the stage. Quarter turn to the right. So this is turning to the right of the stage. So your feet should be facing the right of the stage, not the back corner of the room, which is technically a back pose. So at the side of the stage, the legs should be to the side. And you'll notice that no one is bringing their shoulders more forward. They're not leaning more forward than their toes. Quarter turn to the rear. So still keeping the glutes full and projected. No one is bending forward too much, and they are all doing their rear pose facing the rear of the stage without having to bend forward too much. Quarter turn to the right. Again, facing the right-hand side of the stage and feet facing in that direction as well. And quarter turn to the front. Again, listen to the MC. When he does really need to see your numbers, because the judges are trying to mark their score sheets, make sure your numbers are facing front. Okay, now we're going to do an example of when you are called forward to the front of the stage, to not rush to the front of the stage, and how we don't want to see the quarter turns done. So coming forward to the front of the stage, ladies, you will see Tani has pushed right into the centre of stage to get that centre spot. There's no need to do that. Just spread out, make plenty of room. If we do want to see you in the centre, we will bring you to the centre. And now we're asking to see your numbers facing front on. You'll see Ashes facing out to the side of the stage. We need to see the numbers when we ask to see the numbers. You've got Samantha on the far end as well, facing side on rather than front on. So we want to see the numbers front on. Quarter turn to the right. Again, this is the wrong way to do it. You'll see all of the ladies are pretty much doing a rear pose, or they're facing the back corner of the stage. We don't want to see that. We don't want to see squatting down movements that Tani is doing with the glutes pushed out too much. You'll see Hattie is so far leaned forward that her shoulders are coming out over her hip. A side-on pose should be a side-on pose, not a booty shot, and standing up straight. So please do not do these poses on stage. Facing the rear of the stage, you will see the ladies have got their legs far too bent. They are bent far too forward. Their shoulders are coming over their feet, and it's just an unflattering pose. Remember, the judges are lower than you, so they're looking at you from a lower angle. We don't want to see this on stage. Quarter turn to the right. And again, a lot of them aren't correctly to the right of the stage, so please do not turn this. A right pose is a right pose. And back to the front. When we're wanting to move just 2 athletes on stage and we're not moving everyone around, we may just ask 2 athletes to swap places. So the MC will ask competitor number 100 Samantha and competitor number 106 Asha, raise your hands. You will take a step back and you will cross places behind the ladies that are standing forward. Please do not cross in front of them. Cross behind them and then continue into your posing. Again, when we are finished with a comparison out the front and we ask you, thank you ladies, you can return to the back of the stage, still keep that an upbeat walk to the back of the stage. Please don't keep it too slow. Still keep your glutes projected out without bending forward, and it's a nice elegant walk to the music to the back of the stage. Now, with our male athletes, we do still go through quarter turns with our males, even though we do have the compulsory poses. So we'll run through a set of quarter turns with our males. So gentlemen, facing front so we can see your numbers, making sure you're facing the front of the stage and that the judges can see your numbers. And quarter turn to the right. Again, making sure your feet are going to the right-hand side of the stage. However, you can have the upper body twisted. We do want to see the feet and the legs side on stage. Quarter turn to the rear. And again, when we're doing these quarter turns, because they're not compulsory poses, you can do whatever pose you want in these quarter turns. And quarter turn to the right. Again, making sure you're facing the right of the stage. And quarter turn to the front. Now we have introduced for our male competitors in every category, we have the compulsory poses, 6 compulsory poses, which we're going to give you an example of now, and you can do it to the way that best suits you, as long as it's within that description. So front double bicep. So when doing the front double bicep, you can do it whatever way you want. Closed fists, open hands, one open hand, one closed fist, as long as it is a front double bicep pose. And And relax. Side chest. Side chest can be done either side, your best side. And again, making sure you're angling to the judges. And relax. Facing the rear of the stage, rear double bicep. And again, do this to best suit your physique. And relax. Rear lat spread. And relax, facing front. Abdominals and thighs. Again, your best version of your abdominals and thighs. And relax. And most muscular, your version of your most muscular. Doesn't need to be the crab pose, it can be whatever pose is your most muscular favourite pose. So as you can see, we have done some examples of the right way and wrong way to do things. I think you all get the idea of what we're trying to bring to the FMG stage. This is moving from this point forward. So this will be from the Thailand show, moving onwards to the UK, New Zealand, Worlds and beyond. So the really important things to remember, amateur athletes, 2 poses plus a transition should only take around 10, maximum of 15 seconds. Pro athletes, 4 poses plus transitions. We have timed them today. Most of them took about 15 seconds, so up to 20, 25. It doesn't need to be up to 30 seconds. The time really does go slow once you're moving through the poses. Listen to the MC. The MC will direct you. If he says thank you, that's your cue to move on. When he calls your number, please come forward. And also, if you are doing something incorrectly on stage, for example, if you are bending forward too much, listen to his cue. He will ask you to straighten up because we do want to see everyone following these guidelines to keep it fair across the board. Now, if the judges are deciding between 2 equal physiques, they can't split a decision between which physique they want in first place, second place, third place. They're going to go to the posing. Who is following the guidelines and who is posing and walking correctly on stage. So don't let doing the wrong thing cause you a placing. Thanks for watching.